Ladies and gents and the rest, today I'm going to be showing you one more deck for climbing with Ysira. The deck belongs to Pieta. I think this is where I saw it the first time. We all know Pieta, he's an alpha male. And he allowed me to showcase this deck. So the deck is with Ysira, as you can see. This is not a cheese deck. This is a legit climbing deck that performs amazingly well. And it's a lot of fun. Like, this is a fun gameplay, kind of like an Uberaki, very unique gameplay because you don't really have any heroes, right? You just operate units with unique mechanics, like, 8 seconds, 6-second sleep for 1 gold, So it's really, really good. So before we get to the deck, let's take a look at the modifiers. So we're going to have this tower for 6 more days. First strike is going away in 3 days, and ward is going away in 17 hours. So when Gold Rush starts, usually everything changes, because Gold Rush, you're going to see a lot of Abominations, Ancients of War, probably. I don't know. But this is how it usually goes. So until that happens, this deck is super, super legit. And yeah, it's really, really good. And let's take a look at the deck, because it requires some explanation. First of all, we're going to be using Ysira with Recurring Dream, which means it doubles the number of Ysira units in your deck. In other words, it allows you to have 2 units of Ysira in your hand at the same time. At the same time or simultaneously, I don't know how to say it, whatever. If you use other talents, you're not going to be able to do that. You will only have 1 unit, and until you throw this unit and cycle through 4 more units, you're not going to get the next Ysira unit, right? So that's why we're using the double Ysira talent on Ysira. Polymorph, off-slotted polymorph, because we need, that's the only thing we can do, right, with polymorph and bandits. Polymorph with explosion, but from what I saw with the siege tower, because siege tower attacks in AoE, right, you can use a gold talent as well. I just use this just in case you see a Nubarak and stuff like that. I haven't seen a lot. I've seen 1 Nubarak today. Bandits with a gold talent, obviously cycle unit. Bandits, you know how it works. So these 2 are going to be off-slotted. 2 off-slotted units in the deck, right? 2. Spiders. Spiders are one of the top DPS units in the game right now, and they can also kill flying units. We're using spiders with bloated carapace. Explode on death, poisoning, and stunning nearby enemies, which apply to flying units as well. These guys at the same level, at even level, can kill Witch Doctor, and 2 of them will survive. That's how powerful they are. They do shitload of damage to these guys, that are really popular right now as well, with Doom Hammers and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna use. This is the best DPS for 2 gold, from what I know. Prowler works really well because it's a fast unit. It's kind of cheap, like for 3 gold. It's fast, and we're using Predatory Instincts, which combines really well with First Strike modifier. So we get triple damage on the first hit, right? And every time you attack fresh target with full HP, you deal double damage, which works really well versus Siege Towers. Exactly. Where is the deck? Oh my god. There you go. So yeah, attacking Doom Hammers for the first time does double damage. Attacking towers with siege modifiers, 1 Prowler can kill a tower like this. 1 Prowler can kill a tower. You know what I'm saying? Whelps are, to waste Magora of Doomhammer, to kill Witch Doctors. If you put them in the melee range, they kill Witch Doctor. You know how it works, right? So Whelps is the best unit to fill this slot. And this Swole Troll is actually extremely powerful, because you need to spend a lot of gold to stop this guy. We're going to use Troll Train talent, dashes to an enemy mini to stun them along his path. Why do we need this talent and not something else? Because when you dash, you move, you pretty much fly to that unit, right? And that makes you move faster. Your goal is to get to the closest structure on your line and beat the shit out of it, right? Plus, First Strike modifier also helps you. You do double damage on the first hit, and your first hit will always go to the structure, right? You're not going to waste on other units because you don't hit them. So, by the way, these two units are like really, really powerful now. Really good. I would put them in A tier, but it's subjective, so don't listen to me now. Now, very important thing. Levels, obviously. How do we... as you can see, this is how I spread my Valor. I had 800 Valor, and I spent all 800 on these things. Oh, one more thing about Ysera. Ysera's... this talent on Ysera, if you watched my talent demonstration, I explain and show on the in Paint or in some other editor that this talent gives you two different pools of Ysera units. One of these pools depends on Ysera's level, and that's why in my games you will see sometimes the Drake will be level 10, and the other pool of units depends on your core's level, on your average level, which means it's going to be level 11 in my case, in this particular case. Okay, so sometimes your whelps are going to be level 10, sometimes level 11. It's because you have two different HP, two different mini pools, just so you understand. So the priorities are this guy. If you have boost slot, it's good, and you put Swole Troll into boost slot, because you need as much HP as you can just to keep things busy for as long as you can, right? More HP you have, the harder it's going to be for the enemy's Doomhammer to take it. And by the way, in theory, it looks like the Swole Trolls are helpless versus Doomhammer, right? Because he might harass this guy, and he stands still, and he just kills him, and that's it, you lose it, right? But it's not that simple. He has to spend others, like he has to do other things to actually take this unit. He has to execute. He has to summon additional units. Otherwise, it takes forever to take this guy. And also, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but today I've seen a lot of situations where somebody would drop a Doomhammer on this troll while troll was attacking the core, and the troll wouldn't stop attacking the core because it would just ignore Doomhammer. I can't explain it, but that is what happens. So in theory, it's one thing. In practice, it works completely differently. And when you see a Doomhammer attacking your troll, you have millions of tools. Like you have Sleep for 1 gold. You have Polymorph. You have other Ysera units. You have Prowlers, Schmaulers, Bandits to stop Doomhammer. So it's not that easy. All right? The difficult, I only had difficulties with Jaina's. Well, there's not a lot of Jaina's. Everybody's Doomhammer now, and I'm gonna show you how, like, 2 games both versus Doomhammers. When you play against Jaina, the way you win is, I was actually advised that on my stream by Chrome. The way you play versus Jaina is try to have 2 trolls on the map at the same time, and then your job is to keep them busy and make 1 troll get to the core, and then you have a chances to win. Because if you trying to react on what he does, you will always lose, because he always kills all your units, except you both lose gold, but he always hits your core with the deep breath and stuff like that, right? So if you don't make it to his core, there's no chance you're gonna win because we don't have shamans. And actually, after all these nerfs, it's amazing to see that not a lot of people use Ancient of War now. It's really good. I will show you the game versus Ancient of War because it's really hard to deal with because of these tower modifiers. And I'll show you the other game with both versus Doomhammer. Let me think if I haven't forgotten anything. Yeah. So levels. Like, this is your number 1, number 2, number 3, I would say. But technically, I know 99% of you have Ysera very low, right? She's probably like level 8 or 9 or something like that. I mean, there's nothing I can do. As soon as I realized that she's really good, I immediately buffed the shit out of her. I spent my XP gems on her. And next week, by the way, is going to be Scenario week. So you will be able, if you have XP gems, keep it and level up your Ysera. Because she is the hardest to level, right? I mean, she only shows up in a grid like once per 5 weeks, per 6 weeks, right? This guy is in the grid all the time, so or other guys. Okay, let's take a look at the games. Okay, Doomhammer number 1. This is the hardest Doomhammer, the hardest version, the hardest deck to deal with, and it's, you know, he's extremely good player, but I can't pronounce his name. Whatever. So the reason why this Doomhammer, let me pause it for a second. The reason why this Doomhammer is very strong is because he uses Ancient of War, which is very deadly for us because we have Unbound Whelps, we have spells like Sleep, and we have Polymorph, right? We have a lot of normal units, but again, to win fights, we need to cast Unbound stuff. The problem, let's take a look at what's going to happen. So I'm dropping, you know, my Swole Troll, because I'm going to start attack. I want to create some pressure in the future, but he executes. Boom. You see this? Boom. Very smart thing to do. I'm dropping the Drake behind him, and he just dropped Ancient of War. The problem with the Ancient of War is that both... okay. See, I'm casting my Gold Boost, and even Gold Boost flies to the Ancient of War. It still casts, it's just the animation, right? So I'm going to start sending everything on the right side, because if I send everything on the left side before these things come to my core, it's going to be killed by the tower. I also can't kill the Ancient of War now, because it's really easy to kill. I just have to drop whelps on it, right? But because the siege towers hit really, really, really far, I cannot do this. If I drop my whelps, they're going to be killed immediately. That's why I have to wait until Ancient of War gets very close to me. That is the idea, and only then we can start killing it. So right now, yeah, you see, I'm dropping everything on the right side to at least, you know, make him spend more gold to defend that. I drop my Swole Troll. This time he stands still, and he just tanks while the Doomhammer is going to die. By the way, I have one sleep in my hand already, and the other one is coming. So I'm going to have 2 sleeps, which I have nothing to do with. Because, okay, here is the... Now, Ancient of War is close enough, and I'm going to make my first big mistake here. See, it starts breaking the eggs. He summoned a Witch Doctor to kill these whelps, right? I have sleeps. I could have slept both. I could have cast Sleep the way that it sleeps... Witch Doctor, but I didn't do it because I'm a monkey. I'm a stupid idiot, right? So this is a mistake. See, the radius of the sleep is huge. That's why my whelps died. Only one survived, but again, it was a pretty bad performance. And this troll will be his, but this talent was nerfed a little bit, so the troll dies very quickly. I'm dropping a new troll just to, again, to defend my... just to stop everything, right? And yeah, we made it, and everything died before hitting my core, because if troll hits the core, man, that does so much damage. So we're just defending, and like I said, Ancient of War is the biggest problem. I don't think he has a new one, but it's coming, and like I said, 2 gold spiders are amazing, do a lot of damage. My level 10 Drake, like I told you, from the other pool, level 10 Drake, resistant Drake, don't forget. Okay, so we're waiting until the Ancient of War comes closer, so it can't be hit by both towers. I'm trying to do a little bit of damage to it because I have nothing to do with the gold anyway. And yeah, so my Drake is gonna kill everything from the right side, and Deep Breath couldn't kill him because my Drake was resistant, right? So overtime started. And I thought that was it because he has spells and I don't. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to kill his Ancient of War and drop my Unbound Whelps on his core. So I'm going to show you one weakness of the Siege Towers, which you can use and take advantage of, right? I'm just wasting the slips because I don't really need that. Okay. So we're just trying to kill this Doomhammer in the Ancient of War. Yeah, she starts throwing spells on my core. Very smart move because I don't have, a freaking summons. Okay, I dropped 3 whelps, 3 poison whelps. They do a lot of damage to the Ancient of War and the Doomhammer. Now watch what happened. So the weakness of a siege tower is that it starts attacking things from very, very far away. So as soon as it gets aggroed by your troll or by your prowler, you drop poison whelps right here, and they do shit ton of damage. They are way more powerful than normal whelps. They're cheap and they cost 2 gold. And then when they die, the poison keeps ticking. And when 3 whelps hit, they apply 3 stacks of poison. Don't forget. Okay? So, yeah, I'm dropping my poisoning whelps. They didn't do a lot of damage, but my troll and my prowler managed to make it to the core, and this is how you win. Like, this is the hardest type of Doomhammer. Okay? You're not going to see them often because nobody wants to use 5 gold on the Ancient of War. Let's be honest. Everybody's cheap. Everybody wants to be cool. Throw more, Doom hammers and, executes and stuff like that, right? So that's how you play against Ancient of War's Doom hammers. I hope you understand the logic. And it was really, like on this map, it's really hard because everything is small and you start getting hit by the enemy's towers almost immediately as soon as you come out of your zone, right? So let's take a look at the second game. Okay, Gadget's on. Well, my favorite map. Dropping Cobbled to sneak to the left. Just doing normal things. Gold boost. Okay, so the idea here is to attack both towers at the same time because we have unbound stuff and he is playing Doomhammer, but I don't know what he has. Maybe he has Ancient of War. We don't know, right? So we go like this. We drop the Swole Troll and we drop the Drake behind him. Here, I'm gonna go like this. I'm going to polymorph his whelps because with Doomhammer, don't forget, explosions do triple damage now because of the modifier and the Doomhammer's power, right? So the tower is already attacking the Doomhammer, so it's kind of a mistake, right? But I'm dropping my spiders, and that's why they're gonna kill everything. And the explosion is not gonna happen. For those who don't know, if you polymorph something, it disables all the talents, all the bonuses, and it becomes piece of dead meat. And if you manage to kill it while it's polymorphed, it's not going to trigger any effects. So this is why everything, my tower survived. So the Prowler is going to kill everything here. And here is the power of Ysera. We start taking this tower back with Prowler, and we're just going to put 1 gold sleep on everything here. Well, obviously we don't give a fuck about this Kobold. But we take back the tower, and we attack Doomhammer safely. And at the same time, on the left side, I couldn't comment on both sides. We took the tower because, like I said, killing Swole Troll is extremely hard task. You have to spend a lot of gold to kill him. That's why it's already level 11. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he starts taking it back. He takes it back, but we have a lot of things to defend. Okay, so now he spawned whelps, and watch. Because of the freaking triple damage, look at my tower. Bam! 1 hit. It's almost dead. Okay? Yeah, I want to throw my next idea was to somehow throw poison whelps here when the core is attacking my troll or prowler, but this tower wouldn't let me do it, right? It would kill my whelps right away. So I'm looking for a way to take the tower to make things work. I just put a sleep. I waste sleep because first of all, it's gonna allow my troll to live a little bit longer. Second, I need to cycle things, right? I need other units. So now I have in my hand I have whelps and I have the poison whelps. So I'm gonna do a very stupid thing, but it will work. So I drop my whelps to tank that tower. So I could drop my poison whelps to take this tower. Don't do this. I did it like a fucking idiot. You see, I put them too far away, and these guys are closer. So it's going to kill the eggs, and it's going to kill my poison whelps after that. Watch. See? The tower is almost dead, but that last hit killed my poison whelps. There's nothing I can do. Again, we just using polymorph on the eggs, and we saved our left bottom tower. I mean, from this point, there's no way to recover. Double damage on this Swole Troll took like 20% from the core's HP, right? Yeah. Works really well, as you can see. That strategy with, Doomhammer takes the Swole Troll doesn't work at all. And because we have a lot of ways to win team fights. You know, a lot of cheap utilities like slips, poison whelps, and stuff like that. Here's what's gonna happen, and this is really fun. It's kind of not hard to execute. I lost like maybe 5 or 6 games at the start of the stream, and then I started winning like an animal. All right, so I hope it was informative. It's going to work really well until Gold Rush starts, and then we'll see. So yeah, that's all.